Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is 7 o'clock. The balloons have been inflated, the trophies polished to a high glint, and Keith's got his favourite dinner jacket on, which can only mean one thing. Welcome to the 2020 East Coast College Student Awards. And tonight we celebrate all of the achievements at Lowestoft Sixth Form College for our 2020 leavers. I'm Stuart Rimmer, I'm the Chief Executive and Principal at East Coast College, and we have been celebrating all week. And it's been a really exciting week celebrating all the achievements of our wonderful students. Now, it's important to celebrate at the best of times, but right now in our strange and post-COVID world, it's even more important to celebrate for me because the world needs a bit more good news. We all need a bit of cheering up sometimes. And what's more important, I think, is that we've seen through the crisis young people really stepping up and leading the way in terms of your resilience, your courage and your creativity in order to probably get through what has been the toughest year in your career so far. And your academic achievements have been second to none despite all that have stood in your way. So I think you should be really proud of yourselves. And I know your families who'll be sat with you will be watching, will be proud of you too. I think there's a real opportunity in the coming period for you to take what you've learned through this crisis and really make your mark on this ever and fast changing world. I'd just like to take a very quick moment to also, on your behalf, thank all of our wonderful teachers who've worked with you over the past year or 2 years. They've done a remarkable job, and particularly over the last few months while we've all been in lockdown, where learning's managed to continue and the college has produced some of the best grades of its history. Now, no matter where you are in East Coast College, whether you're an apprentice, whether you're studying the sixth form, whether you're one of our higher education students with the University of Suffolk or on an FE programme, we always think that we'd like you to leave the college with 3 key things. Number one, we want you to have the skills and qualifications you need to take up your next step and hopefully get your dream job. And number 2 is we want to make sure that you secure your progression, you secure your next step so that you can do something exciting. I hope you've done that. And the third thing is, while you're with us, hopefully you've developed as a human being, you've developed as a person, you've developed your well-being, your understanding of that, your resilience and your character. And I think that those 3 things are what we're really celebrating in our awards evening tonight. So well done in advance to all of the people who've been nominated. I know there's pretty tough competition every single year for these awards, and well done in advance to the winners this evening. I just want to say also on Saturday night, from all parts of East Coast College, we're going to be announcing our champion of champions, our overall college student of the year. So that will be announced live on Facebook at 7 p.m. on Saturday. So if you're one of the winners tonight, make sure you tune in and find out who that is. So just a final word from me is congratulations on your achievements. Congratulations on your results in these conditions. I think you've done absolutely amazing. We're really, really quite proud of you. So without further ado, over to our hostess with the mostess, Mr. Keith.
Okay, class of 2020. Thank you, Stuart. Welcome to your celebration evening. It's great that so many of you have decided to log in. I can't see you, I can feel your virtual presence. It's a shame I can't see you because it'd be great to familiarise myself with your faces. Not saying I'd recognise you all. Who knows what 3 months without an unkempt facial hair has done to your youthful looks. I can only guess the effects of 3 months loss of grooming by comparing you to our own teachers. Indeed, many of the staff you're familiar with, have grown beards during lockdown. Most notably James Moore, who's resembled Santa for a couple of weeks. Matt Page has grown a fine red-coloured example, but has smartened himself up for tonight's ceremony. Paul Guttridge has a very nice ponytail. Adam Pickers, start of a man bun. And Brett Thomas has blonde shoulder-length curly locks. Okay, class of 2020, let's give you some facts about your year group. There were 339 of you, and this constituted 49% male, 51% females. Progression, where are you planning to go? You told us this, that 81% of you A-level students are planning to go to university. 56% of you BTechers are planning to go to university. So the vast majority of you want to take that next step. Brilliant. Your results, as Stuart has mentioned, I can't say anything about those at the moment. We've done the predicted grades, but we will find out this summer. But we have our fingers crossed, because on paper, you're one of our brightest cohorts so far. So let's hope. Anyway, welcome to your celebration evening. Obviously, the format for tonight was not what we had planned, and who could have foreseen COVID and how it's affected and changed our lives. But let's do our best to enjoy and celebrate your success. Make some noise, if appropriate, at home or wherever you are, and let's just celebrate everybody and the winners and obviously runners up. Okay, enough of my obviously running on. Let's tell you how this evening is going to work. We have 17 subject awards tonight, so 17 winners. Your faculty director will read out the subject nomination and announce each winner in turn. At the end of the celebration, I will announce 3 additional awards and close the ceremony. Winners will receive a small gift voucher, and for the rest of the evening, they can bask in their own glory. Okay, to start off tonight, we start with the creative awards, and I give you Matt Page.
Good evening, everyone. So as Keith said, I'm Matt. I'm the Director of Faculty for the creative subjects, and I'll be presenting the awards for these. And the first award is for English language. So here's what the teacher said about this student. This is the first time we've had 2 recipients of this award, but it's the first time we've had such outstanding and brilliant linguists. From the first lesson, these students thrived on the challenge of the complexities and technicalities of all aspects of language, and also thrived on supporting and challenging each other. They have been the students that all others aspire to be, and it's been a privilege to have them in our classroom. We are so proud of all you've achieved in your time with us, and we wish you every success in your time at Cambridge. And the awards for English language goes to Abby and Emily Smythe. Next, we have the award for English literature, and here's what the teacher said. This student really found their feet in year 2 of the A-level English literature course. They bloomed into a confident and assured reader and a sophisticated writer with a voice of their own. They brought an enthusiasm that teachers strive to ignite to all of the literature that we studied. The culmination of their time with us was his prose study on Jane Eyre, which was simply dazzling. So, the award for English literature goes to Harry Silem. Well done, Harry. And next is the award for creative media. So from the start of the course until the end, this student worked with dedication and passion, producing outstanding work in both theoretical and practical units. His knowledge of obscure films and directors and his openness to new techniques and ideas made him a delight to teach. So the award for creative media goes to Jake Lincoln. Well done, Jake. Next is the award for performing arts. So this student volunteered for every extracurricular opportunity and completed every extra unit that was available. Her general attitude towards learning was exemplary, and her ability to take everything in her stride was exceptional. She was part of a very strong and supportive cohort of students who worked together to get the best out of each other, and she was often one of those leading the team. She is very deserving of the award for performing arts. So the award for performing arts goes to Nevaeh Demby. Next, we have the award for sport. So amongst a very strong cohort of sports students this year, this student didn't achieve the highest grades in the class, but rose to the challenge better than any other student. He achieved his good grades through grit, determination, and lots of extra sessions in the classroom. He also completed hours of voluntary work with local primary schools and was praised by many for the quality of the sessions he led. It sounds like this student had a wonderful journey, but he worked awfully hard for this and never stopped putting himself forwards, trying and applying himself. So the award for sport this year goes to Sam Stevens. Well done, Sam. Next, we have the award for graphics. So this student is one of the most committed, driven, and independent students we've taught. She's an excellent visual artist and is a great example of a student willing to play and discover to refine her artistic practice. Her sketchbook work was always in-depth and authoritative and made outstanding evaluations about her work and that of other artists. So the award for graphics this year goes to Susie Robinson. Well done, Susie. Next, we have the award for photography. There's no denying that this student is a naturally gifted artist, but what stands out about him is that he's excellent across a multitude of creative disciplines: photography, drawing, painting, digital art, illustration, and probably many more skills that we are yet to witness him turn his hand to. This is what makes his talent stand out. So the award for photography this year goes to Daniel Furman. Next, we have the award for art and design. This student has worked diligently and consistently from the beginning of year 12. She's a very accomplished artist and her skill level has become increasingly sophisticated over her 2 years of study through hard graft, responding to feedback, and through having a growth mindset. The quantity of work produced by her is impressive. Not only does she produce skillful, highly detailed portraits, she also put in so much time and effort that she needed several table surfaces and art easels just to set out her work when it came to the final unit assessment. So the award for art and design goes to Freya Willis. Well done, Freya. Next is the award for music. This student has continuously shown her dedication to not only creating high quality work, but also being supportive above and beyond what is expected. She auditions for every gig and is a vital part of every group, often taking the creative lead, and puts her all into everything that she does. Not only that, but she's volunteered multiple times to help out younger students with their group work, being a lead vocal role in a group performance, and being an extra in the musical theatre performances, both for music and performing arts. This is all in her own time outside of class, where she's helped to volunteered to help others. So the award for music this year goes to Ashley Woodhouse. Well done, Ashley. Next, we have the award for film studies. This student has shown resilience and dedication in her studies. She stayed after college to work through her coursework, and her attendance and application has been exemplary. She has a down-to-earth approach and an excellent sense of humour, which can mask her dedication to the subject and her ambition of becoming a leading female director. I very much hope she fulfills this ambition. So the award for film studies this year goes to Emily Arthurton. And the final creative award is for media studies. This student is outspoken and opinionated. She is naturally talented, but has worked hard in the second year of her studies, in particular, to translate this ability into real progress. She's taken on board advice about work and working habits, and her progress has shown a marked improvement as a result. This student is always willing to help others, and I will miss her unique and forthright character. So the award for media studies this year goes to Charlotte Hurren. So well done, Charlotte. That's all of the creative awards, and I'll hand over now to Ian.
Thank you very much, Matt. Right, good evening, guys. Nice to see you all, sort of. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Ian. I'm the Director of Faculty for Maths and science here at the Sixth Form. So tonight I've got 4 awards to present. We have the Maths Award, the Science Award, the Forensic Science Award, and the Medical Science Award for 2020. So we'll begin with the Maths Award. I would like to start by saying that choosing the Maths Award this year was actually very difficult. We had a good number of students this year who were close contenders. So just to say well done to all the maths students this year. We had a really good year group. So the award for the Maths Award this year goes to a student. In fact, it's one of our most gifted students we've had, and their academic record is incredible. They had already sat their A-level maths and further maths before even joining us. Not only that, they got top grades in all of them. We've never seen this before at the Sixth Form, so that in itself is to be applauded. This student then went on to study a second further maths A-level with us, as well as prepare for the Cambridge STEP papers. These papers are notoriously fiendish, so they had to put in an incredible amount of effort and hard work. To their credit, they managed to do extremely well in all 3 of the papers, which then led to an offer to study maths at Cambridge. I can't think of a student more deserving of this degree offer, and I know they will go on to do great things in the world of mathematics. Finally, it's worth noting that even with their gift for mathematics, this student still stays incredibly humble and genuinely doesn't think that they are that good. When a student helps the teacher far more than the teacher helps the student, it's hard to debate it. Lastly, this student is a team player and helps his peers as much as possible. This is another reason why I think that this student is so deserving of the award. They don't ask for the limelight, they don't ask for prizes, they simply ask for harder and more interesting maths questions. So it gives me great pleasure to announce that the winner of the Maths Award 2020 is Reese Ransom. Well done, Reese. Okay, so moving on to the Science Award 2020. So the winner of the Science Award this year is a student who is quietly confident, diligent, and determined. They excelled in the sciences and in maths right from the very beginning and worked incredibly hard to consistently achieve top grades. It is not always an easy road. It was not always an easy road, and there were many hurdles to overcome along the way. However, this student would always stay positive and had a clear target for their career, and they were committed to it. Not only does this student have a natural flair for science and a dogged work ethic, they are also very friendly, kind, and a caring person, and they'll always offer help to others. All in all, we are incredibly proud of this student and what they have done and will achieve in the future. It gives me great pleasure to announce that the winner of the 2020 Science Award is Oliver Smith. Well done, Ollie. Okay, on to the award for forensic science. So this student has developed their assignment work significantly since the beginning of the course. They have taken every piece of feedback given, acting on it instantly to improve. They have also taken every opportunity to learn additional content and skills to boost their overall performance. This student has exceeded beyond targets and expectations and is thoroughly deserving of the award as their attitude has been outstanding. This student in particular has developed their work and has improved more than anyone else over the 2 years. So it gives me great pleasure to announce that the 2020 Forensic Science Award goes to Alicia Kay. Well done, Alicia. Okay. And the final award for the Maths and Science Awards tonight is the Medical Science Award 2020. So the winner of this award has been a fantastic student throughout the course who is hardworking, friendly, helpful, and patient. The teachers speak very highly of them and were unanimous in their decision for this award. This student has consistently shown a high level of engagement with learning tasks, curiosity around the content, and a thorough approach to research. They have supported other students throughout, always with generosity and good humour. They will genuinely be a credit to themselves and their future university and have all the personal characteristics to be a fantastic nurse in the future. So it gives me great pleasure to announce that the winner of the 2020 Medical Science Award is Grace King. Well done, Grace. Well done, all the winners from the Science Awards tonight. I'll hand you over to Bill.
Thank you, Ian. That's really good. This evening, I'm going to be looking at the awards for the humanities and the social sciences. I've got four awards to give, and as everybody said, it's so difficult to choose who, in fact, should actually win these awards. There have been so many fantastic students this year, and you said at the beginning, has been a very, very strong cohort and some very, very difficult decisions. With the award for humanities, this was nominated by Simon, but I would thoroughly support the actual nomination. This person is a dedicated and ambitious student who always strives for excellence, and more often than not achieves it. Fantastic work I've read from this particular student. He has a really sharp, razor-like mind and dissects huge amounts of material to formulate strong and very well thought out arguments. This person communicates effectively, probably better on paper than orally, but is excellent nevertheless, problem solving, and was on target really to achieve the highest grades possible before we actually left college. He's been a pleasure to teach. I know all his teachers know that too. And this award goes to Luke Martin. The second of my awards goes for politics and social science. Again, it's a very, very close run thing, but nevertheless, the winner is very well deserved in the end. And this student, in effect, probably spent more time in college than any other student at the time for over 2 years, and perhaps more than some staff actually. The person not only worked consistently hard throughout the time here, always took a mature and responsible approach to others and to her studies, always dedicated her time effectively. She collaborated really well in both politics and also in law. She was involved with the mock elections in politics with Simon. With myself, she was involved with the legal apprenticeship. This award is incredibly well deserved, and I know this person will go on to incredible things in the future. The award goes to Madeline McMillan. This third award is for ICT, and this person was nominated by Jenny as ever. And Jenny says quite clearly that in many ways this person was a great student to have in the classroom. That he worked effectively with immediate peer group, interacting and sharing knowledge that enabled everyone to learn more effectively. On an individual level, this person met his deadlines, responded well to feedback, always inquired effectively, asked lots of questions. He was able to work independently, develop his coursework to an incredibly high standard, and made sure that he knew what he was expected to do. Unsurprisingly, he consistently achieved distinction grades at BTEC. What set this person apart then, I guess, from other students in the BTEC cohort was the unwavering commitment to learning about computing, and in particular about programming. He was relentless in his quest to learn new programming languages and bend them to his will, spending hours developing and debugging his code as he behaved as he wanted. This person will probably be largely and hugely embarrassed by this award. He's that kind of person. But the award is well deserved, and it goes to Oliver Robbins. Finally, the award for business. This was nominated by Richard Stone, and this student has consistently demonstrated, not only in business but also in her other subjects, an incredibly good and excellent attitude and enthusiasm in class, and always contributes to discussion, group work, and individually. She actually is so keen to get everything correct, and she just strive for that excellence again, which I mentioned before. She also supports her fellow classmates whenever they need it. She's not afraid to ask questions when she's unsure about things. Overall, she has always put in an enormous amount of effort into class tasks, independent study, and formal assessments. She's also somehow managed to do this whilst having fun, thus always bringing a positive and happy vibe to the class. This student is a worthy winner, and she is Ellie Thomas. Okay, then it's only I'll pass on now to Keith for the final 3 nominations.
Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you, Doffs. Okay, I have 3 awards. The first one being the Plus More Wellbeing Award, and this person was nominated by Paul Guttridge. The winner of this award has to overcome enormous personal issues to achieve at the highest level. Often the winner had to work at home as a distance learner, but she was always determined to succeed. She never missed her personal deadlines. At the end of 3 years' study, she achieved an extended diploma in medical science with 3 distinction stars. The winner is Jasmine Roberts. Okay, my second award is the Governor's Standout Award. And this person was nominated by Chris Walker and Siobhan Tuck. The winner was nominated for their dedication and passion for their subject. The teachers who nominated him filled pages of A4 with superlatives as to his attitude, skill in the subject. And in one quote, it said that he has an exceptional talent above his age in years and understanding of the visual language. He is, probably more importantly, very personable and very likable, and was always willing to help others. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the winner, Daniel Furman. My final award is the Principal's Award. And my final award goes to a person who has helped the college enormously. During our recent Ofsted, the inspector commented that this student really knew their stuff and was a real ambassador for the college, as truthfully you all were. During his 2 years of study, he has also given up time to attend a number of student-focused meetings and was a go-to student whenever we needed to showcase how good students were. He was also your president for well over 1 year. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Archie Roberts. Okay, it leads me now, after the awards, to go through the little bit of, obviously, the fact is the closing down stage. But I would like to say that if you didn't win, please don't be disheartened. As Phil mentioned, I can assure you that none of you are forgotten. Deciding on the winners took hours and involved lengthy debates, and the margins for winning an award were often very, very small. On another note, if any of you are missing the building, you've been away too long, I offer you a virtual tour. The Louvre, the Colosseum, and now Lowestoft Sixth Form can be visited remotely. You'll find a link on the webpage. I think you need to go to Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge to view it, though. Okay, class of 2020, you will always be in our hearts, and there will always be part of our hearts which is obviously reserved to you all. We won't forget you, and how can we forget our 2020 class, who have perfect vision, but obviously lack the foresight to see a global pandemic. Yes, that was a joke, poor one, but it's from Paul Tritchler. And yes, as we know from Paul, it's very deep. Okay, indeed, what other cohort in history has successfully completed their 2-year programs early due to a global pandemic? You won't be forgotten. On a serious note though, please keep in touch. We want to know what you're doing and how you're getting on. If you need help and support, particularly in these hard times, don't be afraid to ask your old college, and please join our alumni pages. A recording of tonight's celebration evening can be found on our social media pages for anyone who wants to relive these moments. Finally, a little piece of housekeeping, please. A further reminder to all of you to check your emails and the college website. Details will be sent out about results day. Any books or equipment as well, please can we have them back? Drop them off into reception. You may have to wait for somebody to obviously see you. I will close tonight's celebration by wishing you all the best for the futures. Thank you, and thank all the staff at L6 for obviously their exceptional teaching. My final thank you goes to Amy. Amy Smith is the one who put this together. All the best, and as I say, have very successful lives. Thank you very much.